Hi guys, on the night that I did this, we were doing all of our seed starts. So if you haven't seen the video that talks about us making our seedling plan, I will link that in the description box below. So this night that we're doing whatever, we were just the kids and I and one of my older daughters. We were just working together to get some seeds already started. They are behind there right now. Just on the table. It's loud in here. I'm going to attempt to try to maybe do a voiceover. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we will see how this video comes out. What are you guys planting? Have you started anything yet? What zone are you? Like, let me know in the comments below. I love hearing about people's gardens. Have a blessed night. Okay, guys, so I am new to this whole voiceover type thing. I am trying a whole new thing that I've done before. So this is our daughter, and she is 3 years old, and she wanted to help mommy start some plants. She will be helping me throughout the summer and the spring, doing all that stuff. I think part of our lives and not always tell them, no, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, because then eventually they realize that they are going to be put off to the side instead of wanting to be incorporated. So then when they get older and you're looking for their help, they're like, yeah, I don't want to help right now, because they haven't learned to help out. So even the youngest kids at 1 or 2 years old, maybe they're on, somebody's back or in somebody's arms as they do whatever they're doing. So she is filling up all of these. Could I do it faster? Yes. Could somebody else do it faster? Yes, probably. But it was important, and she felt special for being able to do this. So my daughter on the right hand side here, we actually take blinds, like old vinyl blinds, and ours tend to get ripped quite a bit. And so we take the vinyl blinds and we'll cut them and use those as tags for the garden. They work really well. So she is taking those and she is writing what each row in there is going to be. And then she's putting it inside with the seed packets on top so that I'll be able to put the seeds in it after. So when we do a project like this, we would allow, um, excuse me, we would allow children to help, but we might have it be, okay, like this many children can help at this point and this many children can help at this point, so that it's not overwhelming and they don't start, like, say, getting in a soil fight or something like that. So we were just rotating through people. You'll see some other kids join in a couple minutes, but we have some really good conversations with that too. She saw that there was a little piece of dirt in there, and she was saying, well, there's a tree in here. And so we explained, like, what soil is and what mulch is, and every year they're old enough to learn a little bit more. So it's really exciting when they can learn a little bit more. So here I am trying to figure out this camera. And so the seeds that she had there, I am going to put in. I think those are broccoli seeds. And so I was just using the end of a paintbrush because I had it. You could use a pen. I mean, you can really do anything you want to. It's not rocket science to plant a seed, to be honest with you. If you plant it, I plant them a little bit deeper in case they get overwatered. They don't float to the top. But yeah, you can plant a seed and something will grow. I usually put 2 seeds in each spot because some of the seeds that we have might not have the best germination rate. Some might be older seeds, some might be seeds that we did ourselves. But even if I put 2 seeds in a pot later on and both of them germinate, then later on, both of those seeds can just be split out. And then I would have 2 different plants. I would just have extra plants. So I'm really not too concerned with that. So I had my list of how many seeds I needed to start. If you didn't see that video will be linked below. And so there were some things that we weren't able to do on this day. I did not have celery seeds yet. I still don't have my celery seeds. So I need to do those, as well as spinach, because we ended up using up the soil that I had bought that a couple days before and had to go out to the high tunnel, and our soil was frozen solid. So we decided that we would start our spinach when our celery seeds came in. So most of the seeds I already had. I love to take advantage of end of the year sales. Um, and or saving our own seeds. I save our own seeds for lots of different things. Peppers and let's see. Yeah. Green beans, any type of like pumpkin or squash, things that are really easy. I have saved a bunch of seeds from tomatoes one year. It just depends on the year how much seed saving I do. It also depends like if I got something on sale at the end of the year or something like that for really cheap, then I probably wouldn't save that seed for the following year. I do like to buy a lot of seeds, and I'm quite happy with the price as well as the customer service, as well as everything. Honestly, the germination rate and everything. I like to do MI Gardener Seeds. He really does a great job. He's a small company. He often runs sales, and it's only like $1 a packet when he runs sales. The shipping is not prohibitive. It's definitely like he's basically charging you what probably he pays. So it's definitely not a huge upcharge or anything for those types of things. He also a lot of times has some specialty type items on there, which is really cool. His normal price for seeds, it used to be $1, but is now $2, which is completely understandable. The cost of everything is going up, and he is still so much less than a lot of places are. Sometimes at the end of the season, you could go to Walmart or something and get some other seeds. Honestly, I'm not too worried if something is um, a hybrid or a like a lot of my broccoli is a hybrid because I find that they grow more prolifically in um in our high tunnel and in our area if I just buy hybrid seeds. So my goal is to grow food. I understand that I wouldn't be able to, or most likely I wouldn't be able to get those hybrid seeds to grow anymore. And I do keep some heirloom seeds on the side just in case of those things. It really depends on what it is. Most things I buy heirloom seeds, but not always. And just because it says that it's a hybrid doesn't mean that you won't get anything. It just means that it won't produce a very like steady thing because usually it's like a couple different things that have been a couple different like varieties that might have been like crossbred to propagate that way. Um, I have I have saved seeds from hybrids and been successful with them with no issues. Um, yeah, so I guess it's kind of like do your own homework and stuff on that and make sure you know what you're doing and decide what you want for your seed collection. And I mean ultimately the goal is to be like self-sufficient so you don't need to buy seeds. This year I bought a little bit of seeds. I think I bought celery, a couple different like flower slash herbs, and I'm trying to think. I think that might be it. I might have bought, there might have been a variety of something that I wanted to try. But overall, like we have most of our stuffs ahead a couple years in advance. The seeds that we're planting here are like 2019 up. So 2019, 2020, 2021 are most of the seeds that we're planting, and we'll have great germination. I'm not really too concerned with it. The only thing that I struggle with is onion seeds. And the germination of onion seeds is the only thing that really, if they get much more than like 2 years old, they really don't do well. So over on the right, as you can see, more children have come into the mix here. Over on the right, you see there's like long rows. My 3-year-old sees herself in there and she's like, oh, I'm on a movie. Now she's telling you guys exactly what she's doing because she's going to be host of her own show one day. Um, and so the girl on the right, she is filling those up. And those are just long rows. We're going to end up planting onions in those rows. I don't like to plant onions in like the little squares because I like to put them in like either a flat tray or a tray like she's doing there because we just pretty much sprinkle a lot of seeds in there and we get a lot of just little, when onions come up, it's just like a little grass shoot sticking up. It's not like they're really big. And to have them in trays like this works a lot better for us and our family than doing them in the little squares. Most everything else I will do in the small squares, and then I will pot up. So right here, they're taking the dirt, and we added some water into the dirt.
Everyone's
and we
working
want it
together,
to be
aren't they?
a good consistency.
It's a
Like
good
enough
thing
that you
to
could almost make a ball with
cooperate.
your hand. You want it to be damp.
little
You don't
more
want it to be too
water.
dry.
Good
If
thing
it's
it's
too
warm,
dry,
huh?
what will happen is the water will go through it right to the bottom, and the plant will
So
hit any water.
over here
I'm
we
adding
have a
little
bunch of
water
the trays
here.
that are
And, that's the
starting
greatest
to
thing
be
ever.
done here.
So
They're
gonna
filling them
mush
all
that
up,
all
and
around.
she is doing
And
these.
yes, this is my kitchen
I'm doing
table.
a bunch of onions in these steps
Everything
like
happens
this.
at the
It's
kitchen
easier to
table.
like
Some
take
people
them
probably
out.
would never
They're
do
just
this,
little thin thing.
except in a
when you do
garage
onions.
or in a greenhouse or whatever. And we probably could have
They're
gone up to the
mixing
ground.
them up. We have this set up here. You guys have seen this room before. This is the room where we have our coats. We call it the front room. We have our coats and stuff here. So we just set up a table. We hang them from the ceiling just with like a cup hook. And then this is yarn actually. It's like cotton yarn that we use. And then we put 2 shop lights. That is the cheapest way to go. I actually tried buying like green lights, grow lights, and all that type of stuff, and I had horrible success. So I will never do that again. It's expensive. I buy these lights for anywhere from $14 to $20 at Walmart, and you get 4 foot of space. These are just regular shop lights that you'd hang up in the shop, and oddly enough, these are the best things ever. I've had great success with them, and they are very inexpensive. So they're also by the wood stove, which is right there, which helps the germination. But you have to understand, like at nighttime here, it is going to be cold because we let the fire go down quite a bit. We don't stoke our fire in the middle of the night. If we needed to, then we could. We have an oil furnace as well. We just prefer to. The little ones are still little and they still wake up throughout the night. I still have to do Eden's insulin a lot of times throughout the night. So having to stoke the fire during all those things is just another thing to add to it. So we just set the heater is set at, look how old school that heater is. We've had that since we moved in the house 18 years ago. So it's set at like 64. So if it gets below 64, the heater will kick on. So it is a bit chilly in here in the morning time. So this is the setup, and we will fill up this table here. And I think that will be about good for us. We might need to start, I don't know if I'm going to start some tomatoes yet, or I'll probably wait a little while before I start tomatoes. This is more stuff that's going to go in the high tunnel before. I usually start tomatoes February, the end of February. smoothing it all out. Do you know what those are?
Onions.
Do you remember how small onions are when we plant them?
No.
They're only like a little piece of grass. You have to wait and see, huh?
What do Brussels sprouts look like?
Like 2 little leaves that come out.
What?
Brussels sprouts for eating are like little circle golf balls, remember? We just had them the other day.
Brussels sprouts are bad.
The ones that we cut in half. We're going to in a minute. Brussels sprouts are going over there.
I don't think we ever planted Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, we do. We do every year.
Use up the eggs.
It's okay. Want to bring that over by the sink? And I'll water it.
I think I just.
I want to watch.
Yeah, we had them bolt last year, so.
I want to watch.
So I thought that I would share just a little bit. This is, I think, a week later. So I'm just going to show you where they're at right now. So we have lots of things sprouting here. All these broccoli, cabbage are sprouting here. We have some snowball cauliflower sprouting there. We have some of those onions sprouting, and they usually take a while, so they're doing good. Some things need to get watered right now. We've used these same containers for probably 7 or 8 years, something like that. That's onions as well. There is some cabbage in here and then cabbage in the back. So yeah, we got quite a few things going. I did not get my celery seeds in as of yet. We'll probably get them probably within the next couple days. I'll probably work on those this weekend, and then I'll make another video for you. I think I'll probably do those, maybe some things that I'm doing in the high tunnel. I have an idea. And then also taking some of the things in the let pot that I did, and I'm going to repackage some of those, redo some of those into pots so we have nice cabbage plants to be able to transfer.